Hey guys! For those who don't know me, my name's Jasmine. I'm a qualified counsellor and all-round awesome person, and I'm going through the next big stage of my life, which is weight loss surgery. And this week marks the end of week 6 post-operation, which means I am now on the open food diet. Woo! Anyway, so now I can basically have anything I want within reason, as long as my stomach can tolerate it. I've gone and taken that on, and I did mention in a previous video that I was having a bit of trouble with getting out there and walking, so I would go into the office, and that would hopefully encourage me to walk. So I've tried that as well, and I'll let you know how that went shortly. But first, let's take a quick look at those statistics. So let's start off with what I mentioned earlier about the whole concept of walking and exercising and how I wasn't doing that yet. I was allowed to go and do cardio exercise from about week 4. And by cardio, I mean walking around the block. I could go swimming, I could do a little bit of dancing, but for the previous 2 weeks, I just wasn't doing them. And it came down to a few different reasons. I mean, I was absolutely knackered after work, and even during work hours, I was so busy with all the stuff I had to do and lead up to Christmas break. So it felt as if I had no time. So that bothered me a bit because of that whole idea that no, I've got to do this right. I've got to get up and get moving as early as I can to ensure that I lose my goal loss of 100 kilos. So I decided I'm going to get up and get into the physical office. During this past week, put on my headphones, got in my car, drove to the station, walked from my parking spot to the station, and then from the destination station to my office. One thing I noticed was I was getting excited about listening to my favorite tunes as I'm walking through the city and bobbing along and, you know, lip syncing. And I quite enjoyed that walk. What's more is when I actually got into the office and got a chance to, you know, sit down to my computer and start the day, I noticed my Fitbit was telling me that I did, 10-15 minutes of what it deems to be exercise based on my heart rate, which was very encouraging. There have been weeks that have gone by that I hadn't achieved a single minute of exercise according to this thing. So I found it awesome, for a lack of a better term. It was awesome to know that simply walking to the office got my heart rate up enough to count for one of those exercise minutes. I ended up getting to double or even triple the amount of steps I would have taken otherwise. And I reached those 30 minutes of exercise as according to the Fitbit. And from that, I started to really realize how exhilarating, how endorphin filled it is. It encouraged me to get up and moving. So much so that the next day when I was working from home, I decided to get up and walk to my local post office to pick up a parcel that was left for me. Now, I could have easily just gone and drove whilst on my way to the local grocery store, but no, I decided to walk during my lunch break to the post office and get this parcel. It's even encouraged me to get up and moving to the point where I started setting up a home gym within my office space. Having the home gym hopefully will encourage me to continue this get up and move idea, maybe encourage me to do a bit more than just walking, and I wouldn't have to worry so much about living a sedentary life and falling back into old habits of just lazing around all day, every day, as it seems. The other thing that I mentioned that I did, now I'm on the open food diet, is trying different things pretty much every day. And when I say different things, I mean something that wasn't already included in the liquid, puree, or soft food diets. So one of the things I tried more recently is roast pork. And I found, for me, that's good. Not the crackling bit, just the roast pork meaty bit. But it's good as long as I go and chew it 50 odd times. But the point is that it gets into the stomach easy. And even with that, I found out a few things. Like, for example, I had tried a ham and cheese croissant for breakfast one morning. And I don't know if it was that I ate it too fast, or it was too dry, or it's a pastry and my stomach doesn't like pastry anymore. But either way, I got through maybe 2.5 bites. And nah. Stomach did not like it at all. So from there I learned something quite valuable, in that my stomach does not like breads in the morning. But in trying all these different foods at different times of the day, I'm learning little quirks that come with this stomach. The other thing I'm trying to do with this trying different foods every day, which was also encouraged by my surgeon, is also prepare myself for Christmas. So that's why I tried the pork. I already tried the chicken during the soft food stage, and I know that goes down well. I'm going to try myself some roast beef at some point. I'm also going to take a shot at some vegetables to ensure that I have, for me, the best Christmas possible in terms of eating. I want to know that I have options, that I can get a small amount of everything or of anything, and know that I'm not going to have troubles, or know that I've tried this before and I've had no dramas. Because I think that's my biggest fear when it comes to eating at Christmas, is seeing the smorgasbord of items on the table ready for me to pick up and consume, and realise I've had issues with every single one of them. Therefore not feel confident to eat anything, and feel then ostracised because all I'm having is protein water. So I will do everything I can to make sure it doesn't, by trying everything one food at a time. Rest assured, I have found myself, I'm not vomiting as much. I find I'm tolerating some foods a lot better, despite a couple of quirks here and there. I'm getting up and moving just a bit more. Believe me, my legs are still sore from all the walking I did to and from the office, and I intend to do more next week in the lead up to Christmas and towards the new year. Speaking of which, I know that this video is going to be released just before Christmas. So along with telling you guys that you are all awesome, in case no one's told you today, I want to wish you all happy holidays, and I will be posting one more video before the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that next week. So with that, I shall see you in the next video. Once again, you guys are awesome, and happy holidays. Bye!